In the tapestry of Islamic teachings, purity holds a place of paramount importance. It is woven into the very fabric of the faith, influencing not just religious practices but also daily life and interactions. Cleanliness is not merely a physical act but a spiritual necessity, a prerequisite for connecting with the divine. The act of wudu or ablution is a perfect example of this, where Muslims wash their hands, face and feet before prayer, symbolizing the cleansing of both body and soul. Islam emphasizes the purification of both body and soul, recognizing their interconnectedness in achieving true piety. This dual focus ensures that a Muslim's external actions are a reflection of their internal state, promoting a holistic approach to worship and daily living. This emphasis on purity underscores the holistic nature of Islam, where every aspect of life is seen as an opportunity for worship and drawing closer to Allah. From the way one interacts with others to the cleanliness of one's surroundings, every action is imbued with spiritual significance. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, explicitly states, Allah loves those who purify themselves, Quran 9:108. This verse serves as a divine endorsement of the importance of maintaining purity in all facets of life. This verse highlights the divine reward associated with purification and emphasizes its significance in the eyes of God. It is a reminder that purity is not just a personal endeavor but a spiritual obligation that brings one closer to the Creator. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, further reinforced this concept through his teachings, emphasizing the importance of cleanliness in all aspects of life, from personal hygiene to the purification rituals before prayer. His sayings and actions serve as a timeless guide for Muslims, illustrating the profound connection between physical cleanliness and spiritual purity. These teachings on purity serve as a constant reminder for Muslims to maintain a state of physical and spiritual hygiene, recognizing that true worship can only be offered with a pure heart and a clean body. The daily acts of cleanliness, whether through wudu or other practices, are seen as acts of devotion that prepare one for the sacred act of prayer. By adhering to these principles, Muslims strive to live a life that is pleasing to Allah and reflects the beauty of their faith. The commitment to purity is a testament to the comprehensive nature of Islam, where every action, no matter how small, is an opportunity to seek divine favor and express one's devotion. The call to prayer, the soul-stirring adhan that echoes 5 times daily, is not just a summons to prayer, but also a call to purification. The adhan serves as a reminder to Muslims around the world to pause their daily activities and turn their hearts towards Allah. Before standing before Allah in prayer, Muslims are obligated to perform ablution, a practice that has been followed for centuries. This ritualistic cleansing, known as wudu, involves washing specific parts of the body with water. This act of washing specific parts of the body with water is a symbolic act of purification, removing both physical and spiritual impurities, preparing the worshipper to stand before their Creator in a state of cleanliness and humility. The process of wudu is not just about physical cleanliness but also about mental and spiritual readiness. The importance of ablution is underscored in the Hadith, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The prayer of a person who has passed wind, urine or stool is not accepted until they perform ablution." Bukhari, 137-176. This hadith clarifies that ablution is not merely a symbolic gesture, but a prerequisite for the acceptance of prayer, emphasizing its critical role in Islamic worship, highlighting its significance in Islamic ritual practice. Ablution is a means to attain a state of purity and readiness to engage in the sacred act of prayer. By performing ablution, Muslims cleanse themselves of both physical impurities and minor spiritual impurities, ensuring they are in the best possible state to communicate with Allah, preparing their hearts and minds for the spiritual journey of prayer. This act of purification is a moment of reflection and mindfulness, allowing the worshipper to focus solely on their connection with Allah. This act of purification serves as a reminder of Allah's presence and the importance of approaching Him with utmost reverence and respect. It is a practice that embodies the essence of devotion and submission in Islam. The Islamic concept of Hadath refers to a state of ritual impurity that necessitates ablution, wudu, before prayer. This state is not related to physical filth but rather to specific actions or occurrences that nullify the state of purity required for prayer. Understanding Hadath is crucial for Muslims to ensure the validity of their prayers and maintain ritual purity. Abu Huraira, a close companion of the Prophet, narrated that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, defined Hadath as passing wind from the anus, Bukhari 137-176. This definition encompasses flatulence and highlights the importance of even seemingly minor bodily functions in maintaining ritual purity. Common scenarios that necessitate ablution include urination, defecation, passing gas, deep sleep, and sexual intimacy. These actions are considered to nullify the state of purity required for prayer, requiring Muslims to perform ablution before engaging in prayer again. By understanding the concept of Hadath, Muslims can ensure that their acts of worship are performed in a state of ritual purity, enhancing their connection with Allah. Ablution, or wudu, is a precise ritual that involves washing specific parts of the body in a particular sequence, demonstrating the meticulous nature of Islamic teachings. This practice is deeply rooted in the traditions of Islam and is considered an essential act of worship. It is a way to physically and spiritually prepare oneself for the act of prayer, ensuring that one is in a state of purity before standing in front of Allah. This act of purification is not merely a physical cleansing but a spiritual preparation for prayer, a symbolic shedding of impurities before standing before Allah. It is a moment to pause and reflect, to clear the mind and heart of distractions, and to focus solely on the connection with the divine. The ritual of wudu is a reminder of the importance of cleanliness and purity in all aspects of life. The process of ablution begins with the intention to purify oneself for prayer, known as niyyah. This intention is made silently in the heart, acknowledging the purpose of the act and seeking to fulfill it with sincerity and devotion, followed by washing the hands up to the wrists 3 times. This initial step is crucial as it sets the tone for the rest of the ablution, emphasizing the importance of thoroughness and attention to detail. Then, water is taken into the mouth and rinsed 3 times, symbolizing the cleansing of one's speech and the preparation to recite prayers and verses from the Quran, followed by cleaning the nostrils by sniffing water in and blowing it out 3 times. This act purifies the breath, which is essential for the recitation of prayers. The face is then washed 3 times, ensuring water reaches from the hairline to the chin and from earlobe to earlobe. This step symbolizes the cleansing of one's vision and thoughts, preparing to face Allah with a clear mind and pure heart. Next, the arms are washed thoroughly up to the elbows, starting with the right arm and then the left. This act signifies the purification of one's actions, ensuring that the hands and arms are clean and ready to perform acts of worship. The head is wiped with wet hands, passing them from the front to the back of the head once. This step represents the cleansing of one's thoughts and intentions, ensuring that the mind is focused and free from distractions. Finally, the feet are washed thoroughly up to the ankles, ensuring water reaches between the toes, starting with the right foot. This final step signifies the purification of one's path, preparing to walk in the way of righteousness and follow the teachings of Islam. These steps, meticulously outlined in Hadiths 142, 162, 185, 186, 190, and 191, highlight the importance of precision and intention in performing ablution. Each step is a reflection of the care and attention to detail that is required in all acts of worship. By adhering to this prescribed method, Muslims not only cleanse their bodies, but also engage in a mindful act of worship, preparing themselves for communion with the divine. This ritual serves as a constant reminder of the importance of purity, both physical and spiritual, in the life of a Muslim. It is a practice that connects the individual to the broader community of believers, all of whom perform these same steps in their daily lives, reinforcing a sense of unity and shared purpose. Now let's delve into the concept of cleanliness that transcends the physical realm. It's not just about washing away the dirt we can see, but also about purifying our inner selves. Imagine, if you will, a person who is outwardly clean but harbors negativity within. True purity, in its essence, is a balance of both the physical and the spiritual. So, as we continue our journey, let's remember that spiritual purification is just as vital as physical cleanliness. Maintaining focus during prayer is essential for a meaningful connection with the divine. It's about quieting the mind, setting aside worldly distractions, and immersing oneself fully in the act of worship. Remember, prayer is not just a ritual, it's a moment of profound spiritual engagement. Upholding dignity in private moments is a reflection of one's true character. Even when alone, maintaining a sense of respect and modesty is crucial. It underscores the importance of integrity and self-respect, reinforcing that what we do in private matters just as much as our public actions. Ensuring ritual cleanliness is a fundamental aspect of spiritual practice. It involves both physical cleanliness and a state of purity in one's intentions and actions. This practice not only honors the sacredness of the rituals but also promotes a sense of inner peace and clarity. Connecting with Allah is the ultimate goal of all spiritual practices. It is about building a personal relationship with the Creator, seeking guidance and finding solace in divine presence. Through prayer, reflection, and righteous living, one can experience a profound sense of connection and fulfillment.